So on this channel, I usually share the advice, the tips, the tricks, and all that sort of stuff that helped me to go from a place of, barely surviving to now moving towards that passionately thriving sort of thing. This is all accumulated in my book, How to Get Your Shit Together, and I'll chuck a link down below. But what I also want to sort of talk about is my journey and my own struggles to give you a real view of what recovery and mental health actually looks like. One of the things that I'm still struggling with and still dealing with is eating patterns and, how much to eat, when to eat, and even for lack of a better expression, when to know that I'm full. So, brief history, I've had low-key issues with eating disorders on and off my sort of whole life, and I'm sort of getting it under wraps. What I do now is I don't eat sugar, I basically don't drink, and I intermittent fast from 12 until I go to bed. But the problem I'm facing is that when I eat a lot, and I realize that I struggle to know when I'm full. It's like if you gave me a half a plate of food or a full plate or 2 plates, I would eat it all, no matter what. Now that is obviously not good in the sense that I'm lacking the ability to sense and to know and to feel when I'm full. It's like I have a disconnect with food. I talked about it on the podcast a little while ago, but I want to reiterate it. I was listening to someone talk about kids that have gone through severe neglect, and when you offer them food, they just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and they do not stop. And the reason is that they don't know when their next meal is coming. Now, I don't have it as bad. I didn't have it as bad as that, but I did definitely have some of those issues when I was at my father's house. There was a small amount of food and it was scarce, and sometimes we went hungry. So I think that that's carried on, and so I'm combining the issues of dissociating from my food with the fear of running out, with just a lack of being present, and I just end up eating heaps. So then the question is, well, why aren't I grotesquely overweight, right? Why aren't I just huge? And the answer is because I don't eat sugar and because I exercise all the time. Now, my goal is, or the way that I'm thinking about combating this, is to use an app like MyFitnessPal, not to track the calories, but to just track the food that I'm putting into my mouth and to see how much I'm eating and how much the app suggests I should be eating just to maintain my weight. How much should I be eating if I want to stay exactly how I am, given the amount of exercise I'm doing, given the food I'm putting into my mouth, right? So with that in mind, I'm going to keep tracking it and try and be a bit more mindful with the food I'm eating. And I'm hoping that those two things together, combined with the awareness of this issue, will help to combat that. If you've got any issues with food or that sort of stuff, or if you have any advice for me, please comment below, because I'm looking for a way to just sort of nip this in the bud and fix it. I've got a psychologist appointment coming up soon, so I'm going to ask her and see what she says, and then I'll report back to you with that advice as well, and we'll see if I can make a move on this. So yeah, let me know. And like I said, I'll chuck the link to How to Get Your Shit Together, the book, on my webpage down below. Catch ya.